Welcome to Better Breakfast with Bill, where we share healthy recipes and tips to help you have a better breakfast to start your day. A lot of times when we talk about breakfast, the problem is that it's too sweet. There's too many simple carbs, and if you are a savory food lover, then this one is for you. This is a spicy veggie scramble, and if you are less inclined to eat vegetables, one of the best ways to eat vegetables is to surround them in other stuff that you also like. Well, obviously, this recipe is a little bit more involved than some of the others that we've done. This isn't gonna be like a quick breakfast. And so maybe Saturday or Sunday morning, maybe not on a busy school or work day, this would be a great recipe. But we're gonna start with bell peppers. I don't know how everybody else does it. I break mine in half. I like to break things apparently. We only need about a half a cup of all bell peppers. And so we're gonna do red and green. And that's actually gonna be good. Same, and it's just, when I break it open, for me, it's easier to de-seed it. And so that's why I break it. I used to, when I was a kid, I'd try cutting them and it just never quite turned out the way that I wanted. And then I got to choose how I did it. And so I break mine open. And that should be about a half cup. Okay, next we're gonna do an onion. There is a trick for onions that I'm not gonna do right now, but essentially you put a wet paper towel up at the top and it's not gonna make you cry. We're gonna see how I do today. Okay, we're gonna do another half a cup of onion, okay? And there we go. It's gonna be just about perfect right there. Might be a little much, be good. Okay, so now we've got our pan going here. Okay, we're just gonna take that. So we're gonna let this saute for about 5 minutes, just enough so that it softens. It doesn't have to be like all the way cooked. I like to set a timer for my stuff so that it doesn't burn or overcook. Next, we're gonna do tomato. And we only need a quarter cup of tomato. Which is about half of a small tomato. I might do the other one too. Yeah. Whoop. And I'm only gonna do probably about half of this because all of that combined will be that quarter cup, yeah. And then we're gonna need some spinach with that and the beans. Once that 5 minutes is up, so we're ahead of schedule. Now, this is a recipe for one person. If you want it for multiple people, you want to scale accordingly. So we're going to add 3 eggs as well. Yeah, once we add the tomato and the spinach, you don't want to do it for too long because then it will over cook, and you just want it to be more heated up than anything, because when you add the eggs, it's gonna be plenty heated. Perfect. Okay, those yolks broke. Well, if the yolks don't break very well, use a fork. We do like 12 to 16 eggs at our house because we have a bunch of kids. And so you have to use a fork to get all the yolks to break. Okay. Yeah. Give that one more minute. You just want it to be browned. Okay, so we're gonna add that tomato. About a quarter cup. Just a handful of spinach. You can measure it if you want, but just do a handful of spinach. And you just want to keep it in there long enough so that the spinach wilts. So with the eggs, we're going to add a quarter cup of milk and a half of a teaspoon of Nutricost Habanero Powder. I cannot stress enough that habanero powder, a little bit goes a long way. I love spicy stuff, and I'm still gonna use the half a teaspoon, okay? So I'm gonna go with that. Make sure that that's mixed. Looking good. And get that in there. Okay, perfect. At the same time, we're gonna add some beans for fiber and the nutrients that come with black beans. Yep, just mix it, make sure that it's mixed well. And we'll give it a minute while we get some garnishments ready. Avocado is a great food. It's got healthy fats. It's got a tiny bit of protein. But the big thing to be careful of with avocado is serving size. Because avocados are so delicious, people eat a ton of avocado thinking that they are being healthy. But it's a lot of calories. And so it's great to have, but just be careful how much you're gonna have. So just as a garnish, we're gonna add some cilantro. But I love cilantro, so I'm gonna add more than probably the average person. I think that should just be about done. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, nice and crispy. Yeah, it's gonna be perfect. Okay. It's a pretty full plate. Yeah, so looking at it, you could definitely feed 2 people with this. I'm pretty hungry, so I'll probably eat it myself. But yeah, it's a lot of food. Okay, and then we're gonna add our avocado. Okay, there we go. There we go. And get some cilantro on there. It's a great meal. It'll power you through the day with like almost no spike and definitely no crash. Okay, time to give this a try. This looks phenomenal. That's great, and just the right amount of habanero. It might be a little spicy for some people, to be honest, but maybe lower it if you're sensitive to spice.